Okay, here we are with Charles David. I hope that you understand my broken English. Anyway, I would like to know how do you accepted the news about two races in 2 different days, and what did you expect from 2016?
Okay, so the new format is different for sure. It's a big change for Superbike to put two races in 2 different days. Personally, for me, the first impression, I would prefer the old format. Prefer the traditional Superbike way of two races on a Sunday, because this is Superbike and it's also for the rider. It's very physical. It's a difficult day, and I like this. It's fun, and you have to grit the teeth a little bit and deal with it. But the situation is the situation. We have two races on 2 days now, and it's in the end my job stays the same as open the throttle Saturday or Sunday. It doesn't matter.
But what did you expect from this season? We heard that the bike is improved a lot, but last year we have seen a kind of domination from Johnny Ray.
Yeah, well, in the end of last season, we stopped the domination, really. In the first 6 races, Johnny was very, very dominant, and he won his championship very early. We were a little bit slow. We weren't completely satisfied with the bike at the time. We had all the pieces, but we need to put the pieces together. And after Misano, Laguna Seca time, we did this. We managed to find a really, really good base setting. And that is what allowed me to win more races in the end of the season, to score more points than the other riders, and gives me a lot of confidence for this year, for 2016.
Which was the previous problem that Panigale had at the beginning of the season, and how do you solve it during the season?
I think that one of our biggest problems is that we didn't have a base setting. Every time we would make big changes to try and put the bike in the right window. So in the middle of the season, I really found myself with a bike that I can ride at 100% and be very confident with the bike, and that was the difference. We changed the chassis geometry a little bit to suit me, and continued the normal work in electronics and also in engine brake was a good advantage with some help from Akrapovic for the exhausts. We closed the gap in power and things like that, but I think the biggest single thing is that I had a bike that I could ride, as hard as I like from the first race, from the first lap until the last lap.
We know that you are a good close friend of Casey Stoner, and Gigi Dall'Igna told us in Sepang that maybe during the season he will test the Panigale. What did you expect from the test of Casey? Do you like this? And also, if you can give us something of inside about Casey. How is he as a person?
Okay, yeah, so first I was surprised with his test results, because everybody knows Casey is incredibly talented, but when you spend this time away from MotoGP bikes, from not racing, Suzuka, but on a superbike, to arrive back and find the limit is probably not an easy thing to do. So I expected him to be competitive, but maybe a few tenths slower than what he was. In the end, I shouldn't be surprised, but I was a little bit surprised that he was so fast. And yeah, the news about him to potentially try the Panigale, for me this is only a positive, because we're a team. We're trying to improve the bike to help me, to help the engineers, and with Casey you will always see, I believe, the reference lap time for a bike. Any bike, any circuit, doesn't matter, you'll get the reference in the first laps from Casey, and that's really important. And as a person, he's Casey has, I think, 2 different sides. You have the side at the racetrack, which is now in the past, where it's his job, it's very serious for him. At the time, it wasn't so enjoyable for him, but then away from the track, you have a different Casey who's more relaxed and basically a different person. I don't know if things will change in his mind about racing in the future, but as long as he's happy, then I think that's the most important.
We know that all the riders ask for more power day by day. Would you like to test also the Desmo 16 MotoGP to feel more power in the future?
100% yes. Yeah, I would love to test the bike.
And also to be back in MotoGP, or just you would like to finish your career in Superbike?
No, absolutely. I think every rider needs to have ambition, and I don't believe that I've ever been in the GP paddock. I spent many years there, but I've never been there with a good opportunity. Always with semi-private bikes or a situation which wasn't the best opportunity. So I would love the chance to go back, to try it again with the right opportunity. But for me, it would have to be 100% the right opportunity, because I know in that paddock that I know it's very difficult there. I spent 6 years of my life battling in 125, in 250, and some GP races. And it's wasting time, fuel and tires if you don't go in the right situation.
So we hope that you can get the world title this year and come back to MotoGP on a Works Ducati. Thanks, Chats.
Thank you.
Grazie, Chats.
Thank you. Grazie Paolo.